Hola a todos, bienvenidos a Genshin en vivo. Empezamos a mirar, tenemos Chasca está cumpliendo años y tenemos, a ver qué dice, fiesta en luz a la hoguera. El otro día estalló una disputa entre los jóvenes de la tribu y unos turistas de Fontaine. Cuando llegué estaban discutiendo acaloradamente y la situación cada día se ponía más tensa. Después de calmarlos a todos, descubrí que la disputa estaba relacionada con un gesto que tenía significados completamente opuestos en ambos lugares. Para algunos es una señal de amistad y para otros representa un insulto. Cuando se aclaró el malentendido, todos nos reímos con ganas. Lo que venía de Fontaine incluso dijeron que yo había evitado el duelo, que estaba a punto de ocurrir. La gente que viene de tierras diferentes tiene su propia manera de proteger aquello que atesora. Ahora prefiero resolver los problemas cerca de una cálida hoguera. He llegado a ese día especial. He asado la carne más tierna y he usado piedras candentes y he preparado algunas bebidas frutales heladas. He guardado un sitio justo a mi lado. El cielo está despejado, así que las estrellas serán hermosísimas esta noche. Espero que vengas. Bueno, acá seguimos. Noche resolunar. Disfruta la última noche del sublunar. Acá entonces la conflagración estignia. Tenemos que hacerlo ahorita más tarde y ya está, ahí vamos. Acá también vamos con esta. Ya lo sacamos. Y ahí. Toca hacer eso también. Todos están con nivel 6. Constelación nivel 6, constelación nivel 6, constelación nivel 6. Esto ya lo probamos. Esto lo ignoro. Esto también lo ignoro. Y listo. Acá vamos por acá. Y necesitamos dinero y necesitamos cosas. Miércoles, sábado y domingo, justo. Justo le pegamos al miércoles. Ahí vamos. Mañana hacemos oro. Mañana nos dedicamos a sacar el oro. Y entonces quemamos una de estas, y una de estas.
Receive my blessing. It all adds up. It all falls into place. You can't hide the truth. It all falls into place. It all adds up. Cleanup sequence initiate. Lashes the moon. Time to go clean. The mystery unravels. No more lies. Annihilation mode.
¿Qué arma ya tengo? Si ya está la que está pegando menos. Chistoso. Es que sí, es una probabilidad crítica. Super baja. Entonces 3, 180.
It all adds up. The deception ends here. Cleanup sequence initiated.
Strike a pose!
Branches a song for the everlasting forest. No more lies. It all falls into place.
Y uno más, caimos.
Defensive mode. More last land. It all adds up. Time to go clean. The mystery unravels. Preparing for dust up. Insulation chamber. Flush as the moonlight with one heart.
Strike a pose!
Can't hide the truth. It all falls into place. It all adds up.
Acá está. Vamos.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today's commission. Ad Astra.
Chan. Extra, extra, extra. Wow, ahí sí me están dando un montón. ¿Qué me están? ¡Tarán! 23. Y ya completamos todo. Sí, ya solo falta regenerar y tal. Y los jefes. Verás, no es tan importante hacer eso. Listo. Hoy es miércoles, entonces vamos a seguir haciendo. Terminemos esta historia. 8 minutos acabamos lo que teníamos que hacer. Listo. Quedaron 777. Ya queda así más o menos. Lo que quería ver era. Y por aquí hay una forma de. ¿Qué probabilidad crítica? Esta está bien. La crítica del 3.9, pues sí. No. El daño critical está re bien. La critical está 7 por lo menos. Pues es que este paso me va a tocar es uno de probabilidad critical en vez. Pero no tengo. Sí, uno de estos, pero de probabilidad critical. O el arma. Un arma con probabilidad critical. Ya está, pero no, esto solo da velocidad. Este daño critical no sirve. tocar. Si sale algún rerun, sacarle el arma. Sí. Bueno, ok, ahora sí, sigamos con la historia.
Traveler.
Hey there, Colombina! Are you done checking out the festive amusements already? Are you sure you don't want to look around some more? You might not get another opportunity like this for a while.
Right now, what I'd like to do is...
Tenemos que ver los lunares.
Oh, candy for us? Thanks a bunch, Colombina. Don't mind if we do. Whoa, this one's intense. But it's so tasty. What about you, Traveler? How does yours taste?
Creo que hace metana, un sabor muy peculiar.
Oh, sounds good. I'm drooling now. Are there any more smack candies in the box?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see.
¿Te probado alguno? A mí por las caras no se metana.
Sure. This one, and yep, this one looks right too. Okay, that's 3. Here we go. 1 per person.
¿La ponemos a la vez?
It's
So sweet.
Traveler, Paimon.
Colombina! Finished with the festival already?
Ya que me lo vamos a hacer.
Really? You sure you don't want to have a little more fun out there? Final answer.
Ah, ya suficiente.
Yes, I am sure. This was the most fun I've ever had on a moon prayer night. Everywhere I went, people were saying, "Welcome home," and there were friends at every turn. I only wish it could last longer than one night.
Oh,
También se me está hablando de aquí.
Yes, you're right. The moon prayer blossoms.
ooh, look, look.
Moon prayer night has come. The moon. It's so beautiful.
Happy Moon Prayer Night, dear.
Happy moon prayer night.
Happy Moon Prayer Night.
Aww. Huh.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh,
Looks like the time has come.
Colombina. You're heading off then?
Yes, to the ruins you mentioned. And from there, back home to the moon.
wait. I know. At least.
Take one of our craft shop's crumb cookies up to the moon with you. You know, for a snack.
Sure. Why not?
The Curatorium of Secrets believes in proper farewells. No story should be left without a satisfactory endnote. Never.
Farewells are an important affair for the Ratniki, too. We never know when we might meet again.
Haha! And here I thought grand farewells wouldn't suit tonight's mood. But I suppose friendly passion is not to be stopped, eh?
We made a little something for you, Colombina. Ta-da!
What is it?
A Moon Prayer Night greeting card with drawings by all of your friends.
You did mention that you'd like a portrait done, so I took the liberty of creating one for you.
I, meanwhile, did the portrait of Mr. Albedo, and Mr. Varka did the same for me.
I mean, I think my work was pretty true to life, don't you think?
The picture of Ashru was my doing. The two of you seem to get along rather well.
Oh, wait, was I the only one who did a full body picture? That's so embarrassing. I did pictures of me and Anefa.
I did my own portrait and one for Hat Guy.
Plus, there's the two mages, Arlecchino and Cindrune. So, if you ever miss us, just flip the card open and we'll all be right there with you.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, everyone. This whole Moon Prayer Night was more than I could have ever asked for. It is the greatest gift I have ever received. Lama, I figured it out.
Figured what out?
Remember how the Frost Moon Scions used to use milk as invisible ink to write hidden messages?
That was a very long time ago. Oh, are you saying?
Yes. When I miss you all, I shall use moonlight in the same way to write words that only you can see upon the moon itself.
Wow, that sounds lovely.
Quite. But how will we see them?
Simply open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written.
That sounds most fitting indeed. Very true to form.
I'll try to write them in places that won't disturb your sleep.
I, for one, would sleep all the better for having read one of your messages before settling down for the night.
Exactly. So don't worry about disturbing anyone's sleep. Just promise you'll write to let us know you're okay, alright?
All right. I promise.
In that case, Colombina.
I'm ready.
Vamos!
Very well. Let's go.
Nunca tiempo de cambiar.
In just a few moments, I will be gone. I still don't know what to expect on the moon. Will I really be able to send messages to my friends? The Kuhenki, the animals of Not Cry. I'll never get to see them again. I wonder where I'll be when the next Moon Prayer Night comes. This is where the people of Hyperborea used to communicate with the moons.
Eternal moon, frost moon, iridescent moon. When the power of all three converge,
The gate to the moons shall open.
Moon marrow preparations are complete. Only the final step remains.
I'm sure Nasha Town is livelier than ever at this moment.
Yeah, it's a shame you couldn't be there for it, but it's now or never, right?
It's fine. I'm more than happy with this. My last piece of luggage. My only piece of luggage. I can already feel the moon calling to me.
Your home lies on the far side of this light, Colombina.
From now on, we will at last have a reason to pray to the true moon.
Colombina.
Yes? I'm listening.
Be sure to come back and see us when you get the chance.
Of course.
But if that chance doesn't come, then remember that you have friends on this planet. People who will miss Colombina.
Yes, I will. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And remember, come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us. Well then, farewell, my friends. Thank you. This was my happiest night into that.
Farewell, Colombina.
The moon really is closer than ever tonight.
Colombina.
All three moons in one place. Time for one final experiment. Reason, life, death, time, and space. They all believed I would fail. But Tevat's primordial power never did belong to the throne of heaven. And now, they are mine.
No, as long as I'm here. The doctor is free to wield the Three Moons' power. It's the only way. I guess I won't be going home today.
Colombina! No!
control me.
Colombina.
Are you all right? Do your wounds still hurt?
I had someone prepare a little medicine that could prove effective. Take it if you need to.
Gracias por hablar lo que acaba de suceder.
In that case, let me relate the contents of the call we made to Alice after the incident occurred.
That Dottore is a crafty one. He distracted the Hexen Circle by creating a huge fuss at Tabat's borders. I'd assumed that the cause was an abyssal intrusion from the outside world, which in fairness is a rather common occurrence. But after learning that you managed to influence the phantoms in Nodcry, I realized that perhaps this interference could have come from within Tabat instead.
But we weren't able to change their fates.
True, you couldn't change how their stories ended, but you did build some variables around yourself.
Variables?
Yes. Things you heard that you could not otherwise have learned. Ideas that would otherwise have never crossed your mind. All these things are variables. Of course, most variables usually pale into insignificance with the myriad of possibilities floating around. But the moment you start treating them as building blocks and intentionally stacking them, that changes things. That's what Dottore did, and it's how he created the necessary conditions so that when you activated the portal tonight, it played right into his plan.
However, we have no way of knowing exactly what he did.
Yeah, we also need to ascertain Colombina's status.
And that about sums it up.
As I suspected, Dottore has disappeared completely. If it's any consolation, he wasn't able to control Colombina as he might have wished to.
Oh no!
Alto reflejo de la luna para ajustar el reflejo gradual.
What? She did what?
¿Cuánto nadie lo vio hacerlo?
All we saw was Dottore appeared and used some kind of power. The next thing we knew, he and Colombina were gone and you were falling into the sea.
Ya veo, todo lo que les generan tiempo, por eso yo podía moverme libremente. Nos despertó de la batalla, se decía esto que nos encorrieron en un instante. Entonces es el poder de las tres lunas, pero ¿por qué no me afectó a mí? ¿Porque Suena descendía?
So, Colombina intentionally opened the moon gate and escaped into the same mysterious world as Rarier and Thalindis.
Sounds like bad news.
Y que todo este tiempo todo estaba planeando su plan.
Seen in that way, the trilunar syzygy and Revere's emergence, Dottore might have been pulling the strings in both cases. According to Miss Alice, he is attempting to transcend his destiny and finish an experiment that only a god might complete.
An utter lunatic.
Wait a sec, where's Hat Guy? Seems like he'd want to be here for this.
He took off with the Dodo communication device after we spoke to Alice. He said he had a hunch that he wanted to investigate by himself. The look on his face was terrifying. I've never seen him like that before.
Sí, la frustración de Dottore se la entera a pesar de haber hecho su mejor esfuerzo. No me siento igual.
I'm back.
Hat Guy!
I went to look for the Hyperborean phantoms again. I think I've gotten to the bottom of it. I got them to talk to Nicole on the other end of the communications line. Turns out, the history they describe is different from how Nicole remembers it.
Really? But how? Surely Nicole can't have been wrong.
Because the phantoms are the ones who are deceived. They speak of a savior who appeared in their history. One who never should have existed. This savior promised to create a new moon within the false sky, and even bring back their moon goddesses. Foolishly, they believed in him, and told him everything he wanted to know about the moons. It's obvious that this was Dottoro's doing.
Now you mention it, the first time we entered the Hyperborean ruins, we heard the phantoms discussing their history, and I remember Nicole commenting that something sounded a little strange.
But Dottore shouldn't have been able to get in there in the first place.
He didn't. Nicole said that this was an anomalous state triggered by disruptions in the causal connections between phantoms from the same era. The variables that Dottore put in place were substantial enough that they even affected phantoms that he never met.
So it's not that their memories were unclear. They'd been tampered with.
That's exactly the possibility Dottore was trying to manufacture. He turned these variables into knowledge and engineered the situation so all that knowledge would fall into his hands. Then, he harnessed that knowledge on Moon Prayer Night to truly create a false moon.
How is that even possible?
To be precise, he exploited a weakness in the way the spell works. The spell senses Kuvaki to detect the moon's location. So, as long as the false moon more strongly resembled the moon than the frost moon beyond the skies, the gate would teleport Colombina to the false moon's location. In other words, to Dottoro's side. Once he had her under control, the teleportation spell remained active, and he manipulated her power to seize both moon marrows.
At that moment, the moon marrows disappeared right before our eyes. It was already too late, even as we were leaving the ruins.
By then, Dottore had already amassed the power of all 3 moons.
So, where does that leave us? What do we do now?
I'd certainly like to know what Her Majesty thinks, now that the concerns I expressed to her have come to pass. But we cannot simply sit and wait for her to decide the matter. And in any case, it is not the Fatui Harbinger Damselette who sees us as her friends, but rather Colombina Hyposelenia. If, even in such extreme circumstances, Her Majesty will not lift the prohibition on Harbingers drawing steel against one another, then I will do as my heart demands. I will fight as Peruware instead.
Oh, Arlecchino!
Time is short, so I'll make the first move.
Te armó la grande.
Whew. Even Arlecchino seems to be losing her cool now.
También. Yeah.
All right. Lose those dejected looks for a moment and let me get a word in. It looks bad, I won't lie. Very bad, in fact. So Dottori's pulled some real dirty tricks to gain the upper hand. For now. And yeah, it's to the point where even the mages say that his variables have affected destiny. I'm not so sure, though. Many have told me that Tevat's destiny is fixed, and that does appear to be the case. Well, what makes Dottori so sure he'll be the exception? And since he was able to stack these variables up, who's to say we can't do the same? You of all people should not be discouraged, traveler from afar. This isn't over yet. And you're not alone in that. Everyone here does, whether they've spoken thus far or not. But none of us are the type to sit back and wait for the sun to shine again. That's exactly how a knight should roll. They knock you down, you get back up and get back in it. Don't forget, Honorary Knight, you're a legitimate member of Mondstadt too.
Mark is right. This is far from over. Dottoro's already way overdue a butt kicking given his past shenanigans. And after this, he's earned himself a double dose.
That's what I'm talking about. How's everyone else feeling?
I'll use Kuvaki to investigate Colombina's whereabouts. I am not ready to give up either.
Leave the intel gathering to me. Whatever happens within Nobkrai's borders, when the Curatorium of Secrets wants to be in the know, we always find a way.
Aino and I will do all we can to support you. We will attempt to reverse engineer Dottoro's actions and seek a breakthrough that way.
Alice and Nicole are busy dealing with an emergency at Tevat's borders, so they can't return just yet. But they're both very angry about this. They've asked Albedo and me to act on the Hex and Zircle's behalf and do everything in our power to fight back against Dottori.
Are you ready then? We're going to have to conduct a lot of research, even in the early stages.
I'll do my best.
As for me, I'm pretty familiar with Dottori's way of doing things, so I can try to predict his next move. I'll help with your investigation.
Nice! Looks like we have our basic division of labor. I'll get in touch with Flints and
Como siempre, ahora que no hace nada. Él se va al bar y espera que
Lightkeepers on board as
información.
well. At the same time, I'll pass on instructions to the Knights present in Nodcry to assist the Lightkeepers and other organizations in ensuring the safety of those living here.
Yeah, we'll show him.
That's it then. Good luck, everyone.
Pues que gracias a todos. Yo me voy a tomar. Yo mando a todos a casa. Ah, porque es muy chistoso. Sí. Ordena, listo, todos y se va a tomar. Mira.
I never thought that Colombina would become my real name. It went from being a Fatui code name to something my friends call me. And remember, come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us.
Dun, dun, dun. Por acá. Esto. Lecciones de aquí la rega. Tanto el eterno y el efímero, la luz de la luna no siempre, tanto el día como la noche. Es entre el mar, completa noción de la bruma y el mar. Y... nos dejaron ahí. Con Colombina perdida en el espacio y tiempo. Bueno, ni modo. Bueno, vamos a hacer las misiones de alquiler, entonces arranquemos por ahí. ¡Tan!
Whoa, this is way too many books. Considering this library organizing job was classified as a premium commission, Paimon came mentally prepared, you know? But seeing it in person is something else.
Why, if it isn't Cutie and Paimon, what brings you back to Mondstadt? Let me guess. You missed me so much you just had to come visit. Is that it?
Yeah, just got to.
You've become quite the flatterer since we last saw each other, haven't you?
Found you! We were starting to think you weren't clocking in today.
Well, I wasn't planning to. But then, Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for the library. So I came to check on things. Might you both be here for that very commission by any chance?
Yes.
Ah, music to my ears. Now, as you can see, a certain anonymous benefactor has donated a large amount of books to us. Imagine my surprise when a glance down the book list revealed that each one would be an entirely new addition to our collection. There are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. Troublesome, I know. So this wasn't an odd job I could trust to just anyone. And sorting them myself? My, what a headache that would be. It would take ages. All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here. I would treat you to some tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes?
Don't worry, just leave the commission to us.
You're as sweet as ever, Paimon. Well then, good luck in here. I'll leave you to it.
Finally! We made it to the last stack! What even are some of these books? A Hilichurl's Guide to Running for Your Life? Do Hilichurls even read? Oh, and Basics of Whopper Flower Cultivation. Who'd grow one of those, anyway? And what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary? Huh. That title's kind of suspicious. And did we already sort this area? Did you notice it earlier?
No, tampoco está en la lista.
Huh. Well, witches always make Paimon think of, you know.
Yoo-hoo! Looking for me?
Alice? How did you get in here?
You must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When you opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain.
What? Ugh. Paimon knew that book had issues.
Have you ever read the storybook The Little Witch and the Undying Fire by any chance?
Pero es que ese título.
No matter. At least in name, this book was written as a dictionary for the other one. The actual contents of the two aren't related at all, though.
That explanation makes things even more confusing.
Oh dear. Where should I begin? You know the promise the Hexen Circle made to Varka at the Tripartite Conference, yes? Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to the nation? Well, waiting around for danger to descend upon the land isn't exactly our style. Rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day out of nowhere, it makes more sense to lay the groundwork over time. That's how M put it. Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life, or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial. So, I gathered the mages together to write this dictionary. Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I would never have been able to get them in one place.
Parece que eso está ocupado.
Well, we looked into Barbie's scryglass and came up with a series of tasks tailor-made for the people of Mondstadt. They're all in this dictionary. Striving toward a common goal, overcoming obstacles alongside trusted companions, becoming better versions of ourselves. That is the best defense against what dangers could lie ahead.
Oh, you make it sound like something bad is actually about to happen.
Now, I never said that. But still, we are talking about trusted companions here, Paimon. And when we speak of a person who could be considered a friend to all in Mondstadt, I'm afraid the pool of options consists of but one.
Voy a perdonar las cosas.
Wait, the huge book donation? That was just an excuse to get us here, wasn't it? We had to spend ages sorting through them, you know.
Oh dear, I never could have imagined you would need to go to such trouble.
Uh-huh, sure you didn't.
Well, this is an important book. I couldn't just bring it into Teyvat without taking any precautions. Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. That's why I donated all those other books to the library. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just think of it as an excuse to reunite with old friends. And as a favor to your dear Aunt Alice.
Okay. If the goal is to help the people of Mondstadt, then we're in. We'll take the dictionary. And the next time we run into our friends, we'll pass your tasks and step along, okay?
Wonderful. Then I'll let you get to it. Have fun!
Completa las misiones de elección, ataque área para desbloquear talentos adicionales para los personajes correspondientes. Además, las habilidades y efectos de constelación de ciertos de ellos también cambiarán. Cada misión de elección de ataque área corresponde a un personaje físico. Obtener el personaje correspondiente y mejor las tenían 70 o más para desbloquear su misión. Monada Durin Fish Sacrosa. Yay.
Are like a raging torrent that surges through them.
Mezclar un montón. Más poderes, sí ganan. Toca desbloquearlos.
More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force.
Acá. Invitar personaje. Todos están en 6. Sí. No importa que invite. Bueno. Sí. Da igual que invite, déjalo ahí pendiente a ver qué pasa. Si se acumula.
And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces.
Oiga, que se va a quedar ahí eternamente pidiendo que le... Bueno, en fin.
Oh, you finished sorting already? That went much faster than I expected. Now then, what would you like in return, cutie? You freed up my whole afternoon helping me with that. How about we spend it together? Ah, so you noticed too. Such strange names, and even stranger contents. Not to mention, this is the largest library in northern Teyvat, and I didn't recognize a single title on the list. I just don't see how that's possible. Unless...
Actually, We just ran into...
Trouble, I presume? I think I'll steer clear if it's all the same to you. Besides, if a book exists in this world, then there's a place for them in this library. Better for them to remain here than end up in the hands of someone more suspect. Anyway, here's your payment. Thanks again for all the help.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. What are you doing here?
The real question is, what are you doing cooped up in here reading a book? The weather's nice out there, you know.
Oh, well, ever since I've had more chances to interact with the people of Mondstadt, I've been having trouble telling when people are joking. For example, I saw a beautiful flower the last time I was at the florist, so I told the shopkeeper, and she said, if you like these weeds so much, you should add some mint and sweet flowers and make it a bouquet. So I did as she said, and when I showed her the finished bouquet, she gave me a frankly terrifying look. Later, Albedo opined that this happened because I have trouble understanding the meaning behind words. So after I learned the Mondstadt script, he told me I could come here and read. I was born from a storybook, so I felt that these books might be able to teach me more about the rules of this world. And, well, I guess I lost track of time. So, did you guys need something? Oh, I see. That's another rule learned then.
Yep. That said, we did have business we needed to discuss, right? Yeah, we have a message to pass along from Rhindaughter.
Oh, it's from Aunt Rhindaughter? No, I'm just surprised. Rhindaughter is my mom's friend, and the mother of the dragon that once existed in my stead. I supplanted him, took the fate that should have been his. So if she dislikes me, well, I'm not sure what I'd do.
Yeah, we're here for you. But seriously, Paimon doesn't think it's anything bad.
That does make me feel better. Well, I guess I should open it.
Where are we? Did this stupid dictionary transport us to some weird place again?
My mom's scent. I sense it here.
Whoa! Here comes a strange cat.
I have a message to deliver on Master Rhindaughter's behalf. Ahem.
This is the first time we're meeting, so I'm not sure how to address you. But since you're Hem's child, I suppose I'll stick with Mini Durin. Though you appear smaller than the Durin that came before you, that same strength flows through your veins, not a drop less. He was a child of Humus, an incomplete creation. Thus he lacked the will to control his own strength. Yet this power was beyond what he could withstand, and so it twisted him, consumed him, thus sealing his ultimate fate. Albedo claims that you have transcended this tainted blood, becoming a being much like himself. That is his opinion. I remain unconvinced. I trust only the facts, only that which I see for myself. So take this chance, child of M. Prove yourself to me.
Where did all these monsters come from?
Is this the proof We need Aunt Granddaughter? Very well. I'll show you what I can do. The power within me is surging to the surface. This is getting easier.
Looks like Albedo wasn't mistaken after all.
Next time, maybe don't ambush us with a bunch of monsters just to prove a point.
Still, I do feel like I can control my power more freely now that we've defeated them.
After hearing about you, I prepared a technique that would seal the dark power in your blood. I had planned to take this opportunity to pass it on to you. Of course, using it comes with a price. While it would maintain your existence in Teyvat, it would also weaken your connection to this world. And you are N's child, when all is said and done. How could I allow that uncontrolled power to send you down the same path as the child who came before you? But seeing you now, it appears my concerns were misplaced. M was a terrific mother, and a far more capable one than I. And I must admit, I'm rather curious to see how far you can go. How will you, an alchemical being truly integrated with this world, find your place in human society? I've never conducted an experiment like this before. As such, you may yet hold the key to some unexpected answers.
Hey! You got one thing wrong there. Dory's not an experiment. He's our friend.
I'm not sure I understand, but I appreciate your kindness, Aunt Granddaughter.
And that's all Master Rhindaughter has to say.
Yeah, we're used to talking cats at this point, but one that can imitate someone else's voice? That's a first.
I don't see how that's important, but if you must know, I am Sebas, a simple butler.
Sebastian.
You're friends of Albedo, yes? Strictly speaking, I am his elder. So make no mistake, I am no ordinary cat. In fact, from a biological standpoint, I am no cat at all, but rather an alchemical being. You wouldn't consider yourself a specter simply because you float in the air like one, surely.
A specter? What are you trying to say, mister?
Oh, I know. Sebas is implying that you are...
No termines esa frase, Tori.
What thought? Hey!
Oh, and considering how Master Rhindaughter's message ended, I suppose this technique is useless now. I'll just destroy it. Few and far between are the people that can make her reconsider. Quite the impressive feat, young man. With that done, I'll be going now. I have another message to pass along. Perhaps we'll meet again sometime.
Wow, eso era. A ver, Durín. La misión de acción está clara de este mundo. Durín se convertirá en un personaje taumatúrgico. Cuando el equipo vaya a menos 2 personajes taumáticos, se obtendrá el efecto taumática rica, con lo cual les otorgará ciertos poderes. La taumática rica se potencia 75 por todos los efectos, excepto la duración del talento, ascensión, la modificación del cálculo divino. Entonces toca combinarlos con nosotros. Ya veo. Sí. Bueno. Los 3 ya los tenía. Bueno. Ay, activé otro. Scheiße.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Greetings, traveler.
Hey there, Catherine! Oh, and Oz and Fischl are here too! What a coincidence!
All things in this universe must plunge into darkness. 'Tis only natural that those who seek light should cross paths in the realm of dawn.
Mein Fräulein means to say she's happy to see you both. And I feel the same. It's been quite a while, Traveler and Paimon.
You're here just in time. Yai Publishing House has a commission for you, Traveler. An editor is here to discuss the details in person. Much of the information was kept from the Guild for business reasons. All we know is that it has something to do with the author of the Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
What? Surely you don't mean...
Wait, is this author really that important? What if we weren't here? Or if we decided not to take the commission? The editor would just be wasting their time.
In that case, it'd be a free trip to Mondstadt where one needs only pass some information along. That's an opportunity most would fight over. In any case, if the commission is of interest to you, the editor is waiting at the Good Hunter. Just look for the man dressed in Inazuman clothing.
Hold on. Halt thy steps, good traveler. Fate cast you upon the tides of the world, but not for you to stand alone in the face of its desolation. Nay, you step forth onto the path of the Immanakreich.
What mein Fräulein means to say is, she would like to go with you.
Wow, you seem really jazzed about this commission, official. Do you have some kind of insider information?
Well, let's head to the Good Hunter to meet with this editor then.
Ok, listo. Acá. Mañana seguimos. Gracias a todos por vernos. Nos vemos mañana.